Welcome back to Brassic Classics. As you can see, 2 litre Series 1 petrol engine. And yeah, as you saw in the last section of the video, we've got the head off, which you can just about see here, which was a bit of a nightmare because we weren't aware there were 2 studs going through the centre of the head into the block. Now we are. I've just taken off the clutch cover, so you can see the flywheel. It's a little bit manky. There's nothing, a little bit of wet and dry and WD-40 can't clear up. The clutch itself is actually pretty much seized into the cover. I'll show you that now. See if I can prise that out. That's how this goes. Oh, there you go. No idea if this is a replacement. I expect it probably is at some point. And there's your pressure plate there, which is equally not amazing condition, but I mean, you know, what do you expect? Now, if anyone knows any details about the original clutch itself, let me know, because this might, I mean, you know, it might be original. I've got a part number 53131. So if anyone knows if that is the original clutch, I'll show you it. But I mean, the fact it's sprayed with blue paint makes me think probably isn't. It's not in terrible condition, to be fair. There's no big score marks on it. But I mean, it's going to be replaced, obviously. Right, so I'm just about to start removing the flywheel bolts. Which are 19mm if you're going metric. I say that's a little bit loose. Might try some imperial sockets. Anyway, that's not the point of this. I'm pretty sure the Series 3 was an 8-bolt pattern. This is 6, but also the other difference, this has little locking wings on it, which I'll bring you into a closer look in a minute. Just a cool little thing. Anyway. Let's get the right size socket and start getting these off. So yeah, these are the cool little wings I was talking about that just hold the bolts. Yeah, secure them even better than before. As you can see, they just wrap around the edge of the bolt, come behind the head. Yeah, cool little thing. Right, in the end I went for an 18mm CRV bit on a breaker bar. Yeah, breaker bars, back to tools, breaker bar. Absolutely essential. When I did my Series 3, I was using mostly a ratchet. You just strip them. You're just going to wreck your tools. One of these is like 20 quid, and it is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so let's undo these bolts. Okay, I've done 2. I shall come back when I've got them all undone, and then we'll take the flywheel off. Let's see how it looks behind it. Right, so that's all the flywheel bolts off. This is what I was talking about. So you have the flywheel bolts, and in between you have this little bit of aluminium, I think it is. It just wraps around the bolt head. Quite clever. Next, I'm going to get the flywheel off. Going to give it a whack. Hopefully that should loosen it off. If not, I'll take the starter motor off so I can get a bit more on it. Oh, and I'll put my apron on. Because why not? Let's try and keep clean for once. There you go, 1 flywheel removed. Okay, so that's the flywheel off. These are big and these are heavy. So you have it. Quite a lot of surface corrosion. actually looks quite different to the Series 3 one. I don't remember having this lip on the Series 3, I could be wrong. Has been a while. And then if you have a look inside, this is quite different. I don't remember there being this guide rail on the Series 3. But obviously this is petrol, not diesel. And the Series 3 is 1975. This is 1954. Yeah, it's all full of rubbish as you'd expect. There's, yeah, 60 years of rubbish in there. Okay, so now the flywheel's off. Next thing is flywheel housing. Remove that, remove the starter motor, and then I can put this on an engine stand and I won't have to sit on the floor, which is a win. Yeah, but so far, so good. And for all of that, I use that hammer, one screwdriver, and an old chisel. This is Land Rovers for you. Handful of tools. I mean, I've got Halford's Pro socket set and a toolbox full of screwdrivers, pliers. You really don't need any particularly technical, expensive tools to do this. You do need time. You're going to need time. Okay, so about 3/4 of the way there, we're removing the clutch flywheel housing. As you can see, there's plenty of bolts on top. And they've all been pretty easy to get off, to be honest, much easier than the Series 3. But this is the sort of grime you're dealing with. As you can see, there's a bolt in there, which is just a free bolt that goes through to the front there. But as you can see, it's completely caked. So it's just a case of taking an old screwdriver, freeing it up. Okay, right, so I've undone all the bolts, and now it's just a case of easing this off, hopefully, without breaking the casting. This is going too well, I've got to say. Normally, this doesn't go. Steve, how does stuff I do normally go?
Somewhere between bad and worse.
And that's he's being quite fair.
I thought I was generous.
That's what I mean, you're being very good to me, really.
Generosity there.
Anyway, so there you go, that's that off. Here's the rear of the block. Right, so now we can get this on an engine stand and I can get off the floor. Just finished stripping off the ancillaries, and I just started to strip off the exhaust manifold, and it came off, but it left some of the exhaust manifold still connected to the block. This has obviously been like this for a long time. Anyway, so I need a new exhaust manifold, so if anyone's got one. In other news, I think I found out why this was originally parked up. The exhaust port on this cylinder, which I'm going to call number 2, because there's a second one there, has got some massive score lines in it, and is completely destroyed. So obviously, yeah, they've had no compression on this cylinder at all because of the state of the exhaust port valve, which I'll bring the camera in to have a look at in a minute, and it is really bad. Right, so here's our head. As you can see, cylinder 2, yeah, look at the exhaust valve. It's got some massive notches in it. Yeah, so that's basically makes that cylinder completely useless. Compression, no chance at all. So yeah, that's the damage. So I'm going to need a new one of those. Yeah, so anyway, have a quick walk around the engine. The dyno's off. Obviously all the flywheel housing's gone now. Oil filter from this side's off. Manifold's gone, as you just saw, apart from that little bit there, which is still there, so it's stepped off. Everything's going to need honing out. I mean, the exhaust, yeah, they're all full of rust. But it's all there, so I'm not too worried. One thing I do every time I take anything apart is make sure I bag it all up properly. I take it over to my borrowed workbench from Steve. In here, really important part of the process. Lots of bags, sticky labels. And here's everything I've removed. Yeah. Everything's labelled, everything's bagged separately. It just makes life so much easier when it comes to putting it all back together. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today, I think. But I'm pretty pleased. We're going to basically strip the engine down to just the block. As I said, strip it. Then it's going to go to the sandblasters. Then it's going to go to the engine builders for everything to be honed out. And then hopefully we'll have a working engine. As I say, if anyone knows anything about the process of what to replace to run it on unleaded, let me know. And if anyone has a spare exhaust manifold, that'd be useful. Thanks very much. This is Brassic Classics. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, share and subscribe. We'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye.